Good morning. So treating your online business like an extreme sport, you really should. If you do not, you will fail. Let me explain why. Okay, so I don't know if any of you guys surf, but I'm going to use like surfing and yoga. To me, I can weave it into pretty much anything related to anything in life. But surfing is one of those sports where you'll stand on the beach and you're like, wow, like that looks so cool, right? They're just like paddling into the wave and, you know, it just looks so beautiful and so easy. So, you know, you throw on your wetsuit and you're like, okay, I'm up for it, I'll do it. So you start to paddle out, and first of all you're like, whoa, like you can't even, it's really hard to paddle, right? There's a little chop in the water and your like legs are splayed and your arms aren't, you're not really getting anywhere. Oh crap, this isn't as easy as I thought. Before you know it, you're in completely the wrong place. You're like completely getting pounded because you're in the impact zone, because you haven't like sat and watched and looked where you should and shouldn't be. And before you know it, you're washed back up on the shore in a complete mess. And really, online marketing is the same. It's so easy to jump online and be like, okay, so whatever, I'm with whatever company. Let's pick Wyora. I'm not with Wyora, but just using it as an example. If I can just get myself on the first page of Google, then everyone will go to my site and everyone's going to join me. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, let's do it. And then you write your articles or you do whatever, and you can't find them. You know, they're buried in the piles and piles of articles on Wyora. And suddenly it's not this easy. It's not easy. You look at these guys who are killing it online, and you're like, how the hell are they there? It's like when you look at these guys surfing Jaws or Mavericks or any of those waves, to get to that point where you're an absolute master, there's so much to learn. So with surfing, beyond learning to paddle, you've got to learn the ocean, you've got to learn the currents, you've got to learn to read waves, you've got to learn to paddle strongly into waves. Then you've got to learn to stand up and actually ride the wave. And, you know, you start off with small waves and you progress to bigger waves, and your skill level, you know, for the amount of time, let's say, I mean, I've traveled thousands of miles for maybe a few seconds of riding in a certain wave, right? Because it's so worth it. It's just such a passion that it's worth sitting on some boat in Indonesia for 10 hours eating rice. And yeah, you put yourself through a lot of intense hardship to get to this pleasure. And so your online business is exactly the same. You have to learn so many skills to succeed. And I'm being really honest here. And people who tell you can just use this system and get online and make, you know, the equivalent to your income, they're lying. I mean, I hate to say that, unless I don't even think you can do it, because there's so much you have to achieve. You know, learning your SEO, you've got to learn to market, you've got to learn copywriting, you've got to learn, kind of understand how the search engines work. And the most deep important factor is you have to brand yourself. Like, why the hell are people going to buy from you? You've got to build this trust. You've got to build a list. You've got to get that list to love you and have a relationship with this list. I mean, there's so much involved to really have an online business. And that's why when all these things come together, you go through this pain of learning and hardship, it does pay off, but you've got to go through the pain, right? And, you know, same with surfing, same with yoga. Like, I don't know how many of you have practiced yoga for years, but, you know, I practice downward dog every single day, and it looks like it's an easy pose, right? You're just like feet and hands, and there you are. But there's so much going on in that pose for it to be beneficial for your body. But it's like this constant practice, and your online business is going to be a constant practice, because things are going to change. You're going to have to keep improving. You're going to have to keep growing with your market. It's just a work in progress. It's art in progress, right? So I guess the message of this is really treat it like an extreme sport. For me, surfing, I've surfed for maybe 15 years now. I've traveled over the world, and, you know, I can go out and I can catch waves, but it's still a constant practice, and I'm still challenged. If it's 6 foot and bigger, it's very challenging, and I get my ass kicked, but I keep going out because I want to get to that next level, and it's the same in my business. It's something I really want to be able to support myself and my family on my own terms, and not give in and just go back to a 9-to-5 job, which would be so easy, right? It would be so easy just to be like, okay, I'm done. But no, I keep going, and yeah, I get worked now and then, but the payoff is so worth it. So take care. I would love your comments, so please just leave a little something below, maybe of your worst wipeout of your network marketing, online marketing career, and I would just look forward to connecting with you. Take care.